are you watching the stream? You can send us a little picture. We will see it, like it, retweet it, and everything.
Yep, let's have a look at, we'll go to, youtube.com/LVP if you want to see some of the replays. They're in English and in Spanish as well, so you'll see all the matches that have played throughout the whole of CR Nations Cup. So I definitely check out the YouTube below. You can find loads of really good decks there, so I definitely go check it out.
Yep. Last thing, we can maybe put a video now.
Yep.
So we could explain to you really how does the competition works, how does the whole match works basically. If you have no idea, if you haven't watched the previous streams, well, you're gonna have all the information right now.
Welcome to the Nations Cup, the national teams of World Tournament. Every national team has 6 players. Each player plays a single set, which is a best of 3, and they can ban 1 card. The matches are made by 7 sets. In case of a tie of 3 sets, the captain of each nation gets to choose the player that will compete for the match point. It will be an emotional roller coaster. Enjoy the Worlds. Welcome back. So we're going to have a little look at the bracket so far.
Alright, so we've got China already in the semi-final, and well, the first match of the semi-final is going to be China versus the winner between El Salvador and Italy.
Yep.
So we're going to have that match tomorrow. I don't really remember the time. We're going to show you that in just a moment. Yep. Then we have the other quarterfinal that will be tomorrow, France versus Peru. Again, the winner will go to Tenerife, and the match that we have today, right now, Spain versus Venezuela.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge matchup. Spain has many well-known players, and the same with
Venezuela.
Venezuela as well.
Alright, so you can see the time here for the next match tomorrow. We've got France-Peru at 7 p.m. CEST, and then El Salvador versus Italy at 9 p.m. CEST once again. So that's going to be tomorrow, guys, and today, right now, we've got Spain versus Venezuela.
Yep.
We can have a look at the lineup.
Yeah, we'll have a look
quick.
at some of the players so far. So we've got Verchi versus Pedro coming up first. So Pedro been really strong throughout this whole tournament so far.
Verchi is also a very, very good player in Spain. I mean, all the players anyway in these 2 lineups are really, really good. Then we've got Canary, also a very good player for Spain, versus Raider. We've got Zed Teamper versus Trainer Luis.
Yep, that'll be a really good matchup. I think we've got Yeri versus Ali, and we got Kuchiku
versus
Fusco.
And then the mighty So King versus Galactus. Yeah, very hard to say that.
Yep, I think that'll be a
Galactus.
really Galactus.
Yeah, alright.
Galactus.
We're gonna make it.
Yep. So King is such a strong player though. Plays for Team Queso, and they've actually put him at the bottom as well. So they're gonna make him carry, I think, at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, all the players that we can see here are extremely good players. I think the players from Spain are a bit more known because they've done a lot of competitions. Yep. Especially, we know Team Queso, who's a Spanish team as well.
Yep. Really strong team.
We know all those Spanish players. We might not know very well the Venezuelan one, but they're still they are all really, really good. And we're gonna explain to you anyway all the players, their lineup, their win rates throughout the match today, so you can know a little bit. If you don't know the players, you will know what they like to play and if they're good or not. Yep. They're all good, in this competition at least.
Yeah, very diverse players playing many different decks, not just playing the same splasher deck.
Yeah,
over and over again.
First match we've got Verchi versus Pedro, right?
Yeah, Pedro, yep.
So Verchi, real quick, so you have an idea, Verchi has a win rate of 66%, which is pretty good.
That's really good.
2/3 of its match.
Yep.
Versus Pedro, who has an even better win rate. That's impressive, 72%. Quite impressive. You can see also the win condition.
Yep. We've got Hog Rider for Verchi, and we've also Pedro with his Giant as well. So Giant and Hog, really, I mean, Hog not so popular, but Giant definitely been really popular through CR Nations, I think, so far. So
yeah, he is, especially with the Hunter and the Miner. Yep. It's working pretty well.
Been pretty solid, to be honest.
But we've seen every kind of win condition, really. I mean, some Hog Riders, a lot of Giants, a lot of Graveyards, a lot of Golems and Peck as well. And of course the Miner with those win conditions to kind of chip away the towers, and the Poison most of the time. 3 Musketeers as well. I mean, it's very diverse anyway in this CR Nations Cup, and I like to see this. I remember the first year and a half of Clash Royale, we were always seeing the same decks, always like Hog Rider or Expo or whatever. Always the same deck was dominating in the previous meta. Today we have the chance to have a very diverse meta, and we can see everything during those Sierra Nations Cup, and I like that.
Yep. Expo has been really strong though. It's still one of those decks that are in there.
Incredibly strong.
Yep. I think.
And now, what's interesting is that now we've got some very like classic deck. You know, like Expo, like what we have Three Musketeers, we have Lavaloon, who are like very. You've got one deck that is working throughout the meta, and that are really efficient, and I like to see this.
Yeah. Right, so we're getting to the first match between Pedro and Virtue. We got Miner and Poison banned, so let's see how this game goes. It looks like Virtue's actually running the Splash Yard deck, and the same with Pedro as well, both running Splash Yards, so this is going to be a mainly bridge battle, I think, till one of them makes a mistake and gets through here.
Yeah, that's right. And the graveyard, this graveyard is definitely the best graveyard deck that we have. I mean, right now in the current meta, Splash Yard is so strong. Coming back with this new version, really impressive.
Both players actually running Fireball in their deck as well. Obviously, Poison is banned, so Fireball is the go-to spell next. So
I think they wanted to surprise their opponent, like, you know, saying, okay, I'm going to play Graveyard despite the fact that the Poison is banned.
Yep. But they're both just going for it, so it's really, yeah, two strong players here. Right, so we have not much happening right now, none damage done to either player's tower as well.
For now, they're really going to play passively. You know, they're going to wait for their opponent to do something, to maybe do something at the bridge, and then kind of try to take advantage of it. But of course, Virtue and Pedro are two very good players, so they're not going to make any mistake, and they're all going to play very, very, very passively until at least double Elixir time.
I could probably see this actually going well over overtime till overtime finishes actually with these type of decks, unless one player makes a huge mistake.
It might even be a draw. But let's remind that there is no draw in the Sierra Nations Cup. So, well, it's gonna be a close game, that's for sure.
So we got the first graveyard coming out for Pedro on the right hand side. We got Royal Ghost making his way forward to the tower and actually connecting to the tower there for some damage.
Well, the first mistake here for Virtue this time. 3 hits onto the tower because of that misplaced ghost of his.
Might see a counter push here for Virtue now. He's building up his push with his bowler Ice Wizard, so let's see if he's going to go for a graveyard himself. He actually eventually does go for the graveyard, no tank over the bridge for it, so let's see if it does any damage.
Well, the Ice Wizard will defend it pretty well, so that was a kind of mistake, I'd say, here for Virtue. He's not looking very good in this battle, already far behind in terms of damage.
Yeah. Pedro is looking really good right now.
Hold on.
Oh, Inferno Dragon, but Electro Wizard just in time. Really well played there from Pedro.
Alright, there is a graveyard once again for Pedro. He's going to get a few damage onto the tower. There is a ghost to defend, but that's not enough. And the graveyard is chipping away the tower, plus a fireball. A bit too early.
Did that fireball not miss? I think only hit the bowler, yeah.
I think the goal was to have everything in the fireball.
Still good control here from Pedro, not taking much damage from this graveyard actually. Bowler still there helping out. We got the fireball in the back, taking out the Ice Wizard. A little bit more damage done, but not that much really on Pedro's tower.
Pedro is looking good right now. Pedro, one of the best Latin player. Koji-san was telling us for him, Pedro is in the top 5 of the best Latin player, so yeah, quite a good player. Alright, so here we've got the battle at the bridge, the 2 Bowler, the Inferno Dragons, the Fireball trying to help. It's not going to make it.
I don't think Virtue's going to be able to get over here. Maybe Pedro's going to get another graveyard off.
Yes,
another graveyard down for Pedro, so a bit of damage going to be done to the tower here.
Yeah, there's a ghost to defend. That won't be enough. The skeletons are getting a few stabs onto the tower.
I think Pedro would have to make a massive mistake right now to lose his tower, or lose his advantage right now.
Yeah, we've seen the fireball, you know, so everything can happen.
Yeah.
Alright, the Ice Wizard to defend that graveyard. There is no tank once again for the graveyard. Fireball's not going to be enough.
Has caught up in tower damage a bit, but I mean, Pedro's coming in here with the counter push, so I think he may even potentially get a bit more damage onto this tower.
Oh, the damage from the graveyard.
Oh, really
Still not enough.
I think even Pedro could probably fireball cycle maybe pretty soon.
But that's a bit dangerous though, because you know, first you can spam at the bridge, put a good graveyard with a tank, and that's going to be it for Pedro. So he needs to be very careful, and he needs, I think, to try to continue that strategy, that counter-attack strategy, because it's working well, and he's not taking too much damage.
Yep. We do have a bowler up the left-hand side though, where Pedro doing quite a bit of damage to that tower, so
Won't be very useful though.
No, I don't think so at all. He needs to get this right-hand tower down lower. We do have
what a fireball here.
Nice fireball on the Ice Wizard. And was that Inferno Dragon as well? I think it was. Graveyard going down.
And the graveyard
again.
is here.
Yep.
Is it going to be enough with the... he cannot fireball there. He doesn't have it in cycle. But the graveyard dealing a great amount of damage on the right-hand side. It won't be enough again.
Nope, 330 HP left, so it is getting closer and closer to that fireball range, but still another 2 fireballs to go, which I guess he doesn't want to play too early here. But we got a graveyard coming out for Fetchu. He's maybe getting a bit of connection to the tower here, but nice Royal Ghost in the back, just clearing everything up.
Oh, hold on, the Royal Ghost. Oh, there's the tornado here. Well played for Pedro. 27 seconds left. Looking good right now for Venezuela for this first battle.
It's looking good. We've got fireball going down the right-hand side. Not going to be enough, though, I don't think. Still 17 seconds to go.
Graveyard for Pedro. Oh, Virtu's going to try to seal it with a graveyard. Very aggressive graveyard.
Graveyard coming out for Pedro as well, but nothing from Virtue right now, except the Royal Ghost going down. Yep.
He knows it. Fireball to finish off the tower on the right-hand side. That's going to be a victory for Venezuela at 1 second before the end of the game. Anyway, he had more damage anyway, so he would have won. Well played. Great game. Pedro really dominating on this battle.
Pedro is such a strong player. I mean, we saw him before. I think it was a couple days ago. We saw him. He took his first match and he took it back for Venezuela as well. Put them through to this part of the tournament.
He's so good.
Such a good player, definitely. 100%. So, right, so Pedro, I wonder what he's going to be playing next. I mean, both playing Splash Shards. Are they going to switch it up a little bit? Or you think they're going to stick to the same decks?
Well, so far, first he didn't play much matches. He played only 6 matches. He played Hog Rider, P.E.K.K.A. Control, Graveyard, and Giant. So he could play really anything. I guess he has some other deck as well. Or he can go back to one of his deck. Why not the Hog Rider?
Maybe just
could be interesting.
I think Hog Rider is not too bad against Splash Shard sometimes.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it is. And I think Pedro, he's very diverse with his decks, lava minor decks actually, and a few Expo decks. A little bit of Graveyard in there as well, Giant, so very diverse player again. But every single time I see Pedro, he just plays so solidly, and he seems to be taking it most of the time as well.
Yep, well, we're going to see that in just a moment. Is Pedro going to be able to get the second battle here for Venezuela? So Venezuela would take the lead in this match. To go to Tenerife, you know, quite an important match here.
Yeah.
We would see either Venezuela or Spain in Tenerife in person, offline. That would be amazing.
That will be amazing.
That's going to be amazing.
Right, so we're getting into the next game now. Virtue, Pedro, and again, Minor Poison is banned.
3 Musketeers for Virtue. I feel like it. And for Pedro, might be...
he's not really doing anything against the pump right now. I don't know if he's just going to let his opponent build up Elixir there. Fireball eventually going down on the left-hand side of the pump, so even Elixir trade there.
Alright, we've got the guards on the left. Might not be 3 Musketeers, might be, I don't know. Might be, I mean, when I see guards, I'm thinking more about...
Sparky coming in the back for Virtue.
What is this?
This is definitely something a little bit different here. Defensive Expo coming down for Pedro, so I think this is going to be able to deal with it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a tank. I mean, you know, defensive Expo against a tank deck, that's a good idea.
Yep. Tesla just in the back as well. That's going to be able to focus on that Giant and take it down a little bit faster, but we're going to see how he deals with this Sparky in the back.
But Pedro doesn't have anything to reset that Sparky. He doesn't have a Zap. He doesn't have an Electro Wizard. So it's going to be kind of complicated, to be honest.
Yeah, he has taken it down there with the Expo. I think just with the use of his Skeletons plus the Ice Spirit as well, it's probably a good trade for that Sparky.
Now it's going to be extremely difficult for Virtue, I believe, because, you know, there are so much small troops at the same time for Pedro. Ice Spirit, Skeletons, Ice Golem, even the Log, you know, to earn a bit of time. It's going to be really hard for Virtue to get a connection with the Sparky now. He can get some damage with the Giant, you know, while Pedro has to deal with that Sparky in the back.
Yep.
So that might be how he could get, like, some damage onto the tower.
We do have a defensive Expo up for Pedro, though, and Sparky coming in the back for Virtue. So let's see how this is going to go.
There might be a Giant in front of the Sparky. Yes, he's going to try it. Is it going to be enough? The archers, of course, for Pedro.
One misplay against that Sparky, and it will take your tower down to about half HP. So
yeah, look, there are so much small troops here for all this.
Oh, I thought that was going to shoot in the tower there. That was really well played.
But again, there are so much small troops here for Pedro. It's so hard for the Sparky to connect onto the tower. We
had to have a connection in with the Expo on the right-hand side as well. Quite a bit of damage done there. Telso going up defensively, stopping that Giant from focusing on that
And
Expo.
look at this, way too much small troops once again to defend that Expo. The wizard.
Tower's actually going down on the right-hand side. Pedro has been playing so solidly. I mean, that tower's done at 333 HP and no damage hardly in his tower whatsoever.
I think the matchup is really complicated here for Virtue.
Yeah, I
to
think
be
so.
honest. Even if Pedro doesn't have anything to reset the Sparky in the end, like he has like many small troops to really earn some time and deal with it.
Pedro
Well
playing
played.
so well. They're
So
really
well.
well played, definitely. I think Expo, I don't know, I think Giant at one point was really good against Expo, but now players have kind of come to terms with it. They are now better against Giant now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, even Golem, you know, everybody's saying like Golem is very good against Expo. It used to not be.
Nope.
It used to be a matchup for the Expo, but like the version then of Golem, you know, now you have in the Golem deck you can have Ice Golem. I mean, on the previous version, you have the Lumberjack or the Mini P.E.K.K.A. or many troop that can tank for the Expo now. But it used to not be a good matchup because the Golem alone it can be outcycled.
Yep, definitely.
So, I mean, you know, the Expo has many ways to deal with the Giants with everything basically just by outcycling and playing defensively.
Yep.
And as we can see now, I mean, Virtue couldn't do anything
Nope,
in that
not
Expo.
whatsoever. So no mistakes there from Pedro at all. So really well played. Venezuela taking the first match. Now we have Canario versus
Raider.
Raider coming up
Raider.
next. So Raider, I mean, he's only played 6 games this tournament so far. Been playing a lot of different decks. He's playing Giant. He's playing a little bit Log Bait, a little bit Golem, Lava Loon, and P.E.K.K.A. Control as well. P.E.K.K.A. Control really popular, I feel, right now.
It is. I mean, since a few meta now, in the Third Nation scope, in the previous meta, we were seeing so much P.E.K.K.A. control deck because it was just so strong. Okay, we've got who's playing? Yeah, Canario for Spain. Canario played quite a lot of game actually. He played 14 games. He won 9 of them. So he lost 5 games. So he has a win rate of 64%.
Yeah, I think that's a solid win ratio, especially against some of the players
good,
we've been coming against so far.
And he's playing as well so much decks. He played more than 9 decks in the whole 14 games he played. So it's pretty good.
It's what I like to see, though. I like to see that deck diversity. And if they're just playing constantly the same deck, it's just the same thing over and over again. I like how there's so many different decks in the meta right now.
It makes it hard for the opponent to ban something, because what do you ban anyway? You can buy the P.E.K.K.A. is going to play something else. You can buy the Minor, he's going to play something else anyway.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to choose. So they need to have a strategy like ahead, you know, like, okay, I'm going to play that deck, I don't want him to play this.
Yep.
I think that's the main idea. But at the same time, you should be careful, because if you're banning a specific card, maybe your opponent is going to guess what you're going to play.
Yep, exactly.
There's a whole mind game.
There is huge mind games in this. But we have Balloon and Bataram banned for both players, so no Balloon decks. We've seen a lot of actually Balloon decks throughout this tournament, and they've been pretty solid. The last matches, we saw a Freeze Balloon deck. That was a really solid deck, that one. Doesn't matter how behind you are, if you get that connection with the Balloon and the Freeze, you're going to win the game.
Ooh, that's a very aggressive graveyard here for Canario.
So Canario coming out with a little bit of a different graveyard deck as well. Raider going with that Splash Yard version of the deck. I wonder which deck's going to be stronger though. I mean, the Valk's probably going to be pretty good at cleaning up this bowler.
I think so. But there might be the Infinite Dragon for Raider, which is going to make it hard for the Valkyrie to make a lot of value.
But we have a counter push here from Raider, and still a lot of units there. We got the bowler, and we got the Inferno Dragon. Defensive poison coming down.
A bit too late, honestly. He had the elixir before.
Yeah, it's still got quite a bit of damage on that left-hand tower with that graveyard.
Canario spanning the new emotes. Do you like the new emotes? Honestly.
I do like a few of them. I'm not entirely sure about the Archer one, but I do like
the bow,
like
them. What? I mean, what is it supposed to say? I mean, bow. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it.
Nope. So we're going Nice Wizard in the back for Raider right now, trying to build up another push here. Maybe just trying to cycle through just a little bit. So bowler
in the
left
back
side as well. So quite a slow push coming out here for Raider right now. And a defensive Telsa. I think the Telsa is probably going to deal with most of this right now as well. Telsa, such a strong defensive card.
I think Canario is looking pretty good in this matchup, honestly. He can cycle very, very fast. So outcycle Raider's poison.
Yep.
And then the Tesla is making so much value at defending from that Bowler, even from the Wizards, even from the Infinite Dragon. So I think Canario might be able to win this one. And I hope for Spain, because they're already you know, not looking that good.
No, losing the first match to Pedro, but again, Pedro's been playing really strong throughout this whole tournament so far.
Alright, so we've got the Ghost stopped again by the Tesla, so strong. And the Tesla is going to deal perfectly with that Electro Wizard once again.
Nice bowler going down the right-hand side, stopping the Valk from getting to the tower, and will help clear up this graveyard as well. I'm not too sure about that poison though, allowing some of the skeletons actually get on the bowler and take it down.
He didn't take too much damage though, and Raider is leading, and he is pressuring. You know, he doesn't have the cycle. I mean, he doesn't cycle as fast, but still, he manages to put some big pressure onto Canario.
Yep, just a little more damage there. I don't think he saved the archers in the back for the last graveyard though. You saw they put them down there and there was no damage done from the graveyard whatsoever, but we got a counter push coming in here from Kanaru, and let's see if we get some damage on the tower here.
Look at the skeletons forcing that defensive poison and dealing a ton of damage on the left hand side.
Maybe
well
a little bit late with that defensive poison as well, because I mean, look at his tower now, 1400 HP, taking so much damage.
That was very well played for him, Canario here. He kept his archer to defend the graveyard, so he could have the poison to make value in defense.
Cycle
and again,
back to another graveyard. The cycle on this deck is just crazy.
Yeah, and look at this. He's getting a ton of damage on the left-hand side, under 1000 HP here for Raider. Oh, and the Mega Minion.
Did it manage to get a swipe off there?
Wow.
I didn't actually manage to see. Right, so we got a counter push potentially for Raider now. He's got huge push coming up here, but that Tesla sitting there defensively, I don't know if it's going to be able to do anything. And
the archer that were kind of pre-shot in the back, he's going to add a Valkyrie to make sure he doesn't get too much damage onto the tower. He kept again his poison. He's going to put it defensively. Tornado here for Raider.
I think that may be a little bit of the problem with an offensive poison. I mean, if you've got the graveyard coming back at you, you do not have the poison. You have to try and cycle through back to that poison or lose your tower.
Well, he has the archer, so he's looking pretty good. You know, I think really Canario has the matchup, and he's using the advantage of the cycle very, very well in this matchup. He's going to be able to finish that tower with the poison in just a moment.
So just the last defensive Telsa going up for Kangaroo, so that should be able to just take the game for him.
Archer's in the back again for that graveyard. He knew it. He knew that was coming. He's going to tank for the Inferno Dragon with an Ice Golem, and that is it. The graveyard is going to do the job.
Kangaroo taking the first match for Spain, so Spain definitely coming back right now.
He played the matchup well, I believe. I mean, obviously he was cycling faster than Raider.
Yep.
He knew he could use the archers, you know, just to defend that graveyard and then make some value with the poison offensively. He played perfectly, and it worked.
Yep, it worked really well. I think with those archers definitely made a huge difference to the game. Just saving them for the graveyard, putting them right at the back, and then he can't do anything against them. I mean, he's got poison, but it's not going to take down the archers fast enough to stop the graveyard.
Yeah, clearly. That's what I call the macro strategy. You know, like you've got the macro, which is the overall strategy you're using, and you've got the micro, which is like play by play. I think some of the players are really good at macro, some of them are micro.
Micro.
Anyway, you got what I say. I mean,
yep.
You know, there are different kind of player. I think, well, Canario is really good in macro. Like, he exactly saw what he had to do, so it seems so easy.
Yep, that faster cycle just won there in the end, though. I don't know, I might try that deck as well. I've been trying a little bit of Splash Shard, but I think I'm going to go to that deck, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Alright, so now, Canario needs that second battle, though, to equalize with Venezuela. Otherwise, Spain, it's gonna be like 2-0.
Yep. Spain
that would be complicated for them. I think Canario is gonna make it.
Yeah, I think he is. I mean, he took that first game quite convincingly, but I feel his deck was just a little bit better than that Splash Yard deck. So maybe even, I guess it counters maybe Splash Yard a little bit maybe with his deck.
Maybe, yeah. Well, he played it well. He knew how to play it, so definitely it worked.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see what he's gonna play next. Might be playing. Do you think they're gonna be playing a Graveyard again?
Might be Graveyard again. I mean, it's such a strong card right now. There's no Poison Band as well, so we're probably going to see maybe the same deck again.
Alright, that's going to be a Hog Rider. I love to see the Hog Rider in Zero Nations Cup. And he's getting 2 swings onto the tower, dealing 500 damage from the start. And the Graveyard once again for Raider, who took exactly the same deck. And again, that's what we were saying. I think this deck for Canario is really good against Graveyard.
Yep. If he's got, well, I don't know, does he have the? He might not have the archers in it as well, but I think Mega Minion Flying Machine will probably do a good job of greening up that Graveyard. But a Hog coming in the left-hand side again, trying to connect it. Full Hog connecting to the tower for Kangaroo on that left-hand side.
3 swings. There is going to be a tornado though, but 3 swings on the tower. That's impressive. The Hog Rider making so much damage so far only in the first minute. The tower is already at triple digits.
Yeah, that's a huge amount of damage. I would not like to take that much damage the first minute of the game, but you never know. This graveyard could get a huge connection for Raider and come back for Venezuela. So Bowler coming the back on the left-hand side again for Raider. So again, slow pushes at the moment.
I love the. Okay, I have to say I love the new emotes. I don't know. I was not convinced at first, but like.
I think I like most of the princesses ones. I've never actually got any princesses. Princess ones in the shop so far. It's just mainly goblins, so I'll be able to get some of them. Flying machine coming up for Kangaroo as well. Inferno Dragon going down, so that should be able to finish it off. So not much more damage onto the tower, I think.
Alright, so we've got the Bowler, which will be stopped by the Mega Minion. The Tombstone will do the job with the Inferno Dragon.
It's just a huge amount of pressure for. I guess it's just huge pressure on this hog. It's really hard to get your graveyard up.
Oh, Raider is going to let the Mega Minion get one swing.
Was that a swing on the tower?
Yeah.
It's not going to take him much more now. Another hog rushing through the left-hand side again. I don't think this Bowler is going to be enough unless he tornadoes it back. But
oh, that's so expensive.
That is really expensive. But I mean, he's got a counter push now, so potentially because of this double elixir stage, he will get this graveyard up. But not play the graveyard. Oh yeah, he has played graveyard.
Yeah, but defensive poison well played here for Canario.
We got defensive and offensive poison as well, so not needing that offensive poison actually.
Yeah, that's 9 for 4.
Yep. Don't want to be playing
so expensive for Raider. He's not going to be able to get anything from that counter push. And I mean, I don't know how he's going to make it. He's not going to make it.
I don't think he is. It's only going to take, like, say, a poison or maybe just one hog connection, and
he's going to try everything in his power. Look at this. He's trying to push at the bridge with the Valkyrie, making so much value once again.
The Valkyrie, such a strong card against Splash Yard, I think, because you're just trying to clump up everything at the bridge, and then that Valkyrie just takes everything down.
And the Flying Machine will finish it off. No, there is the Ice Wizard.
I think the Flying Machine's got it, though.
That's it.
Yep. Left-hand tower going down, so quite convincing there for Kangaroo. Really well played from Canario. Canario. I'm so bad at saying some names. It looks like Kangaroo, but Canario.
Well, he dominated here once again. We've got domination from Pedro, then second game domination from Kangaroo. I was going to say Kangaroo because of you, Canario. So yeah, I mean, 1-1 for now.
Yep, 1-1. It looks like Spain potentially might be taking this back, but we're gonna have to wait and see how these next couple games plays out. Who we actually got coming up next?
We're going to see this in just a moment.
Yep.
Yes.
Here we go.
So,
yep.
Oh, that's gonna be Zet Teamper
versus Trainer Louise. This is going to be I think this is going to be such a good deck. Such a good deck, such a good match.
Yeah. But yeah. Trainer Louise is a coach, right, for CRL?
Yep, he is a coach.
I was about to say CCGS. What's happening right now?
I think just misplacing words all over the place. But I mean, Trainer Louise quite diverse with his decks again. He has been running a little bit of Mortar in there, a bit Lavaloon, but I think Mortar was nerfed mid-CR Nations, wasn't it? Or was that was
I think so, yeah.
Yep, so maybe not seeing Mortar quite as much, maybe a little bit of Log Bait and a little bit of Graveyard in there as well. Got quite a high win ratio there as well, 63%.
And Zet Teamper with a 66% win rate, which is again very impressive, playing the Giant as a favorite win condition.
I wonder if we're going to see this. Are we going to see this Giant versus Mortar right now? Because I know a Giant can do very well against Mortar, and Mortar just depends how you play, I guess.
I don't know. I really don't know. We're going to see that in just a moment anyway. Zed Teamper, which is a very good player. Is he playing for Team Queso? I don't know if he's still... I don't know.
I thought he was playing for Giants, potentially, but I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know exactly who's playing for what teams. A bit complicated to follow everybody all the time. Yeah. But he's an extremely good player, to be honest.
Yep, both really well-known players. So we're going to get into this game right now. We got Temper versus Trainer Louise.
They're both for Zed Teamper. I don't understand that emote. Why? What is the bow?
Oh, with the bow, yeah.
Like, why?
But we do have Inferno Dragon Balloon ban, so probably no Splash Yard, and obviously no Balloon decks as well. Like, Balloon is really strong at the moment, especially with Freeze.
Alright, so Zed Teamper, I think he's playing a Lavaloon deck. And, oh no, that's a Hog Rider. Oh, we're seeing a lot of Hog Rider right now.
Yeah, it's a lot of Hog Riders. Nice
and
tornado.
Trainer Louise, is that a next bow? With the Ice Wizard?
If it has the Ice Wizard in it, yeah, potentially, but Valkyrie coming down, so maybe Graveyard, but I'm not entirely too sure yet. We did see that last Valkyrie deck, but Fireball going down, so probably not going to be a Graveyard deck. Yeah,
that's an X-Bow. 1 out of 2, not bad.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, it's a slightly different version, I guess. Got the Tornado in it. Maybe it's to counter the Hog a little bit, and the Mega Minion as well. I like the Mega Minion, to be honest with you, because it lives against Fireball and it can.
I think that's the version with Ice Wizard.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the other version of. It's not really Cycle. I mean, not as Cycle as the other version, but it's still a very good Expo deck.
I think it'll probably deal with Hog quite well though, because obviously you got that Tornado, and Mega Minion does really well against Flying Machine. So.
Oh, that's a Hunter.
Never seen this version, to be honest.
That's surprising, but that's interesting as well.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so clearly with the Hunter, that's clearly a matchup for Trainer Luis, I believe.
I don't know how this Hunter's going to be able to do too much. The Fireball missing the Flying Machine, so not good there for Trainer Luis. So we might see a counter push from Temper here with the Hog, trying to push forward.
Okay, the Valkyrie in defense plus the Tornado. Well, not that good here. Oh, and the Hog Rider able to get one more hit.
Flying Machine still connecting to the tower as well, so loads of damage on that left-hand side to Trainer Luis's tower. I think that was maybe a little bit of a mistake. Well, was a big mistake with the Fireball.
I think Trainer Luis should not have put his Hunter without seeing the Hog, you know.
Yep.
I think that was a big mistake here for Trainer Luis, and Z-Temper was able to punish Trainer Luis for that mistake like very, very hard.
Yep.
So of course, if Trainer Luis is losing a tower in this match, he's not going to be able to come back.
Yep.
Or very unlikely to come back.
I don't think about the Hunter. I guess with the Hunter, you need to really use it defensively, not place it in the back because it's really easy to counter.
Yeah.
You do have the Expo, not quite locked onto the tower yet. The Valkyrie managing to tank for it. And we've still got to get through that Tombstone as well, so I don't think he's going to be able to get a connection on the tower here. He has switched sides though, so might play well for him.
Oh, the Expo connecting, doing a bit of damage, not too much though.
Both Trainer Luis's towers pretty low at the moment though, 900 on the left hand side and 1500 on that right hand side as well. So another Hog coming down straight into an Ice Spirit though. So
oh, the Tornado is missed. Oh,
I think it was a
what a mistake.
I think it was a misplay with the Tornado. Could have just pulled it over just slightly wrong.
I think Trainer Luis is like really, really nervous.
Yeah.
I think he is. He's making a few misplays here.
Could be lag.
No.
But we got Hog coming down the left hand side again. Is it going to be able to reach the tower this time for another swing? Does have another swing on the tower. It's all going to take a poison log. I'm not too sure exactly.
Why?
Because it does take a hit on the tower there as well, so I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
He could have
like with the Ice Spirit, I think he could have Tornado in the middle, and that will be it. He wouldn't have taken any damage.
Yep, he would have had a really.
Plus the Expo, that was the Expo.
He would have had a good equal elixir trade, just a Tornado Ice Spirit to the middle, and would have done nothing.
I think Trainer Luis kind of panicked here.
Yeah.
You know, it happened really often. I keep saying it, but like, you know, the players that really have like a huge pressure on them, it's really, really hard for them, especially for those who are not really used to it. Trainer Luis is a coach; he's not a player. Yeah. I mean, he's really good. He's a really good player, but maybe he's not like used to really deal with that much pressure.
Yeah, I think he was in CCGS last year as well, Trainer Luis. He was one of the top contenders, so obviously changing to a coach now, but still a really good player. But a couple of misplays cost him the game. The Fireball, the Tornado, and I think it was 2 Tornadoes in the end there that actually completely cost him the game there. You really got to watch your placements with Tornadoes, otherwise you'll see what happens.
Yeah, you can't make any misplay in this Sierra Nations Cup. I mean, we are in quarterfinal.
Yep.
So like every single battle, every single play is important. You cannot just misplay. Doesn't work like that.
Yep. So many.
You need to win. You need to play perfectly now.
Yep. So many pro players in this tournament, so you really got to watch any misplacement. One misplacement, like say, will cost you the whole game. Yeah.
Well, we basically know almost every single player in this tournament now. In those quarterfinal, we know all the players of each lineup. We've got some very, very good countries remaining in that tournament. So yes, you can't just make misplays. I mean, that's terrible, you know. But like, if you make a mistake, it's going to cost you the game.
Yep, 100%. So we are going on to the next match fairly soon. I think both players again just picking their decks. So wonder what they're going to come out with this time, though. I mean, Hog deck there.
I don't know.
Really needs to pull something out here.
They're playing so much different decks, really.
Yep.
It's so hard to say. I guess we're just going to see. They're going. I don't know. I can't say really. I mean, it's impossible to know. As I was saying, like the meta now is so diverse. Like you can play anything, even if something is banned. It's not going to be a problem. You're going to find a deck like that you can play.
Yeah. Or just switch out a card if you don't have poison. You just go straight for Fireball. So
yeah, could be it. So really, it can be anything. It's really hard to guess now. I mean, you can guess, in the first few cards, that's what we try to do all the time.
Yep, we try to do. We're right 70% of the time, I'd say.
Yeah, honestly, we're not bad. We're not bad.
They say sometimes they pull something up the hat there, but most of the time we've been pretty good so far.
It's really hard to do. Like, there are so much decks, but like with the first few cards, you can kind of guess. But like before the matches, you have no idea. Like they have so many options now. Yep. It's impossible to say what exactly what deck they're going to play, except maybe during like some very specific players in a specific game. You're like, yeah, he's going to come back on what he knows. So that could be Hog Rider, Expo, that kind of thing. But otherwise, that's the second game, so they're going to try to kind of surprise their opponents, I believe. Yeah,
I think so. Maybe change up their decks a little bit. I wonder if he's going to go Hog Rider again, because Hog Rider seemed really strong. Trainer Luis just didn't seem to manage to deal with it very well there.
Yeah, right. He might be going for a Hog Rider once again, yeah. Because, yeah, that could be. You're right.
Yep. I don't think you should switch away, especially your opponent's not playing really well against it. And I think sometimes with Hog Rider, it's just a little bit of a surprise, because sometimes you're just thinking it'd be Splash Yard, something along that lines, and then Hog running down your lane, and you can't do anything against it.
Well, we're going to see that in just a second. We're waiting for the match to start.
Yep, it should be pretty soon, because there's only 1 minute to actually pick your deck, so so we're just waiting for that next matchup to come soon.
All right. Anyway, 1-1 for now.
Yep.
Spain versus Venezuela. The winner at 4 points will go to Tenerife on the 29. 28. They're going to be like a big like scene and everything. It's going to be in the theater and everything. Yep. It's going to be so great. I think even the live stream is going to be amazing.
Yep, it's going to be a huge live stream, I think. But yeah, if you guys want to check out the website, it's www.crnationscups.com, and that's where you can buy your tickets from Tenerife. So I get there quick. The tickets are really quite cheap as well. They're only €5, so I think they're going to get picked up really fast. So I definitely get on that as soon as you possibly can. It's going to be an amazing night, I think. But we've got Temper versus Trainer Louise coming up again. We've got Inferno Dragon plus Balloon banned for both players.
Okay, so apparently we had a little problem with the game. Apparently that's why we have the replay of the game. I think that was a in the clan sometimes you cannot really see the battle.
Yep.
So we're playing it again.
Might be in a bug again. Yeah, I've had that many times. Where it just disappears.
But it's alright. We've got the game, so that's the second game. Zetimper versus Trainer Luis, and we can see Trainer Luis is playing an Expo. And Zetimper went for the Giant Hunter deck.
I think even Trainer Luis's deck might be quite good against this. He's just used his Hunter a little bit early there, so I think this Giant probably is going to take down this Expo. But I think if he had the Hunter, might have been able to actually take out the Giant there, but I didn't think we quite saw what happened at the start of that game. So we've got the Hunter coming down for Temper. That's going to be able to finish off the Valk and not really do anything on the comeback here. Oh, the Miner going down though. Forcing out the log on the Hunter, otherwise probably taking a lot of damage to that tower on the right hand side, but the Miner's still chipping away.
Looking good for now for Zetimper. Now how is it going to deal?
Trainer Louis switching lanes. It looks like Temper's going to be putting out his Giant pretty soon just to tank.
Alright, so the Giant is going to tank for the Expo. And the Hunter is doing such a great job, though, to stop that Giant. The log here for Zetimper was amazing, allowing him to deal with the Expo and then counter-attacking with the Miner and the Mega Minion.
Yep, playing really well with his Giant, not taking any damage from that Expo so far at all on his towers. We're coming to double elixir soon as well. You never know, Trainer Louise could get that cycle off and could get that full connection with the Expo.
He only needs one Expo. He needs to go with a defensive Expo, I think, here against the Giant. He needs to try to place two Expo, one defensive, one offensive Expo.
We do have a defensive Expo going down, but the Giant is already at the bridge, making its way forward. So
look at that Mega Minion connecting.
I think the Mega Minion's potentially going to take Tower. Hunter going down just in time, but it might be too late now. I mean, only 1,000 HP left in his tower. There's no Telsa in Trainer Louise's deck, so I think he's going to struggle here against the Giant.
And Trainer Louise is going to go with the Tornado here for the Miner. It's really expensive just for the Miner. He's still going to take some damage onto the tower, and Zetimper knows it, so he's going to go with another Giant push on the right hand side. He's going to get one hit.
Yep, good trade there with the poison as well, taking down that Hunter during the push with the Giant.
And the Miner is going to finish up the tower. Trainer Luis knows it. It's going to be the end for him, and it's going to be the second point here for Spain. 2-1.
That was a really quick matchup there, actually. Normally these games going well into overtime, but I don't know, Temper just taking that so well against Trainer Luis.
It's quite surprising now. We've got really like 2-0 every single time. Like either, well, Pedro was dominating and then Spain was dominating with the Canario and as a team pro. They played very, very well, dominating each match they've been doing. So, well played. And now it's a 2-1 for Spain.
Spain looking pretty good right now, coming back against Venezuela. But I don't know if this happened before. I think wasn't Venezuela behind a little bit at the start. They managed to pull through midway through their last
happened
matchup.
to France. Happened to France that we were led. I mean, you know where we were led. I think 3-2. Something like that. We were late during the whole beginning of the game, and then we managed to come back against Argentina at the very, very end, 3-3, and then for the Champions match, Azli's winning. I don't know how he did win, but he did.
He just played extremely well with
He
that
played
bowling.
so well.
I think there was a little bit of misplacement there from his opponent as well, with the Valkyrie and the Expo going down.
He
at the
played
same time.
well. We're
He
just
played
going to say
extremely
that.
well.
He played very well.
He preemptively put that bowler down, but I don't know. It was just crazy praise from Azili's there.
Yeah. So anything can happen really in those Tier Nations Cup match now. We are at 2-1, so there's going to be the Yere. That's going to be Yere versus Ali, and it's going to be the 2-1 game, which means either Spain wins and it's taking the lead with 3-1, and it's almost impossible at this point for Venezuela to come back in the game, or Venezuela equalizes, and we've got a 2-2.
We're looking at the replay now between Temper and Trainer Louise. So these last couple plays, but Temper just dominating here, I feel, with this hog. I think a lot of misplays as well. You saw the
second replay here, and that tornado, that was already too late. Now, that tornado was way too much. As that Temper knew it, Trainer Louise could not do anything against that giant push. And, well, that's the end here. Giant's going to make its way slowly. The zap was absolutely insane, allowing the Mega Minion to finish off that Hunter on the right-hand side, and the Giant to get one hit onto the tower, and then the Miner is just going to finish that tower off.
Huge value with that poison as well, offensively. Even though his Giant went down pretty fast, got huge value out that poison.
The zap was really, really well played here for that team, and it's really risky to put a zap like this when you're being aggressive. He played so well. The zap just enough to finish off the Hunter with the Mega Minion, and then allowing the Giant just to get one punch onto the tower, but it makes all the difference.
It makes such a huge difference. That one shot can, again, just cost you the game, so you've really got to watch sometimes. But we're going to look at some of the win rates from both players. Yere, pretty good win rate, but how many games have Yere? Yere, pretty good win rate, 83.33%.
Excellent win rate.
Which how many games has he actually played so far?
12.
12 games.
That's the numbers are just insane. He won 10 games out of 12. He lost only 2.
I think that's one of the highest win rates we've actually seen throughout the whole CR Nation. So
well, he played 5 times, he won 5 times, and 2 times, well, he won 2-1. The rest of the time, 2-0. Absolutely insane.
So Ali a little bit lower with his hog deck, but still
lower.
A little bit lower with his hog deck, but he's still a strong player.
Still really, really good. And again, that's going to be the 2-1 game, which is for me the most important game you can do in the Tier Nations Cup. So I think it's looking good now for Spain, because you know Yere is so good. If he managed to win, well, Spain is very likely to go to Tenerife.
But possibly they could equalize here with this last matchup, but because of that win rate, I just do not have a clue if he's going to be able to pull it off, to be honest with you, because it seems like Yere is really strong.
Well, it seems that Yere is, kind of playing, always the same decks. He has like 5 decks. He has Mortar, he has a Graveyard, Giant, P.E.K.K.A. Control, and Hog Rider. So
I wonder if he's going to change it up a little bit. I mean, maybe some players know he's playing that. He's been doing really well with that. So he might just change up his decks a little bit. Hopefully, but I mean, that's most of the decks, I guess, in the meta right now. But we're coming into the next game now. We got Yere versus Ali. We do have no Splash Yard because of the Graveyard. And we have no Minor Poison as well. So
I think Yere might be playing the... that's a Hog Rider deck, right?
From Yere. Yeah, potentially.
I don't know for Ali, though. What is this deck? That's a Lava Hound. Right.
So nice Lava Hound actually placed to the front there and defending his Inferno Dragon, but we do have that Bloom going down the left hand side, so let's see if Ali is going to be able to defend that Bloom there.
Just a Tombstone, is that going to be enough? I don't think so. Mega Minion is going to be required to stop that balloon on the left hand side.
Still getting quite a bit of damage to that left hand tower though with that bomb damage. Well, not too much, but a little bit of damage, chip damage over time.
The new emotes once again. And the Mega Minion getting one swing on the left-hand side.
Lava Hound going in the back for Yeri now, so both actually running Lava Hound decks, very similar decks as well, pretty much identical decks. Except from the flying machine coming out from Yeri.
And the emote perfectly placed here.
So we have Lava Hound coming down the left hand side. Are we going to see a balloon to back up behind? I don't know if he's actually got it in cycle, because that was actually one of his last cards played.
Yeah, the Inferno Tower, which is just going to stop everything here. Ali kind of overcommitting on the right-hand side with the zap. I don't think that was really needed. And the balloon is going to be stopped on the right-hand side by the Mega Minion. This Mega Minion is going to be so strong in this matchup, like really completely stopping the balloon. I think they really need to build like a real push with the Lava Hound and the balloon behind it, which is going to be much more hard for them to stop.
I don't know if that was a little bit of a misplay from Ali there, because he put the tombstone at the bridge, so and it went down really fast. So I'm not too sure what happened there with Ali on the right hand side. But both players looking really equal at the moment, both having around about 1400 HP on both their towers. So, but huge pushes coming in both sides, both going opposite lanes. Inferno Dragon coming down for Ali. I'm not too sure if Yeri actually has the Inferno Dragon in his deck, because he's not played it so far. And I think
he doesn't.
Ali's maybe potentially got an advantage here, but balloon making its way to the tower for both players. Probably just going to trade towers here. Yep, looks like it. 10 seconds to go. Well,
yeah. The Lava Hound will finish the right-hand side tower for Ali, which is going to go on the left-hand side directly with a big push. The fireball will be enough to stop it. Maybe not. No
drop on the tower on the left-hand side. So Yeri just saving it just in time. Still getting that bomb damage done, but still, we might see a counter push coming out here from Yeri at some point soon.
Alright, so for now, Ali is slightly winning. Slightly ahead.
Not too far ahead. 120 HP, but can make the big difference, I guess, at the end of the match.
Oh, he's going to go aggressive on the left-hand side with the Lava Hound, tanking for the Mega Minion and the Inferno Dragon, plus the balloon.
Huge push coming out here from Ali, though. He's got the balloon, he's got the Inferno Dragon.
He's going to go with a fireball.
Nice fireball going down. I think that tower is going to go down the left-hand side. Yeri placing his Lava Hound in the back, but
the fireball won't be enough. The balloon is going to get one more. Yes, it is, and that's the end. Ali's going to take it.
Ali taking out Yeri in the first match.
Wow.
That is crazy. Yeri actually dropping his first match. So.
I think, honestly, the Inferno Dragon made the slight difference. It allowed Ali to get a bit of advantage in terms of elixir, and even at the end, the choice of being aggressive on the left-hand side rather than going from the back, I think that was the right choice.
I mean, Ali had a lot still building up there. I think he had a Mega Minion, he still had an Inferno Dragon in the back there.
Yeah.
So, and Yeri placing his Lava Hound in the back, I just don't think that was that good at that point.
Yeah.
Nope. So I think you just need to watch that Lava Hound, because I think at that point, especially you put yours in the back, they just go straight for the bridge, rush your tower, you can't do anything. You just spent 7 elixir. What are you supposed to do after that?
Well, especially, you know, when you had like a Mega Minion and an Inferno Dragon coming at you, you don't go from the back, you know, just in case. Big mistake here for Yeri in the end anyway.
Maybe even put something a little bit smaller in the back, maybe a balloon, something along that lines, but even then, you're spent 5 elixir. You really got to watch there. But we got Lava Hound coming up the left-hand side for Ali right now.
Oh, Yeri is going to be aggressive on the right-hand side. That's going to be exactly the same matchup.
Yep, pretty much.
Basically. And the balloon is going to connect on the right-hand side here for Yeri.
Nice connection.
Taking the lead in this game.
Still have a Lava Hound coming up the left-hand side though, but I think that tombstone is going to help him out later on.
And this time Yeri, he switched for the Infinite Dragon. He got that was a bit better maybe in the game, in the deck.
Yeah.
Oh, the building's going to connect here for Ali.
One shot getting off here, maybe potentially actually able to get a second. Nope.
Mega Minion's going to save the day.
Still ahead on tower damage at the moment though, Ali. So Ali's looking really good against Yeri. Yeri having, like I say, one of the best win ratios in CR Nations, and Ali is pulling off here.
Yeah, again, you know, the win percentage is not, I mean, it's significant, but not that much. You know, everything can happen.
Yep. I mean, some players have played more games than others as well. So again, Yeri been so dominant in this tournament, but just not looking good against Ali right now.
Inferno Dragon here for Ali. And the Mega Minion for the balloon. That's going to be well defended here. Although the balloon. The balloon
is coming forward, making a connection to the
tower. The zap!
Nice zap
wow.
Really well played there from Yeri. So taking it back in this game right now, but has to defend both lanes right now.
The zap again, making a difference in the matchup.
Nice tombstone at the bridge as well, like taking away the Inferno Dragon from Lockie onto the tower.
We've seen this zap like so many times, allowing, you know, getting one more shot, one more something onto the tower, making the difference for the whole game. That's really impressive. The zap here in this match is just MVP.
Yep, split second makes a difference. So we have Inferno Dragon coming into Inferno Dragon with Lava Hound tanking at the moment on the left-hand side. Balloon going down for Yeri though. So let's see if he's going to make his way over to the tower.
No, he's not going to make it. Fireball here for Ali. I think that was maybe a bit too much. Like, why would you put a Fireball? Yeah, to counter-attack. Okay, that may do it though.
Yep. Ali pushing the left-hand side. Still got a decent push though. Balloon coming up on the left.
Balloon.
So let's see how this is going to go.
Might be able to connect. I think Ali knows, he knows perfectly that Yere can finish the right-hand side tower with the spells, and he's going to be able to get that left-hand side tower, equalizing right there at a few seconds before the end, before overtime.
Ooh, double Inferno Dragon coming down for Ali right now, maybe going to lock onto the tower, but
oh, he's going to go with the balloon. He's going to go so aggressive on the right-hand side, and he's going to get the connection with the balloon. Whoa, getting one hit and getting
doesn't quite get that second hit, but Fireball's all is going to take it.
Again, the zap.
Fireball zap's going to take this game, I think.
Yeah, now, well, Yere can be very aggressive. That's what he has to do. Of course, that's his very last chance, you know, trying to force Ali to put something in defense.
It's not going to be enough,
Nope. That's going to be it. He knows it. Ali won.
Is that enough for Fireball? I think that's enough for Fireball on the right-hand side.
Is.
Yep.
Fireball
Ali taking the
2-1. That was enough.
So equalizing now.
Wow.
Venezuela 2, and we've also got Spain 2 as well. So really close here.
Not gonna lie, I was not expecting that.
I wasn't. I thought Yeri was just going to dominate that.
Yeah, I mean, well, no. Well, Ali just dominated everything. He was so good on the matchup. Even if Yere made an absolutely insane zap on the right-hand side, allowing the balloon to connect and to get one hit, that was very, very well played. Wasn't enough. And Ali just knew how to play the matchup twice.
Yep.
And that's it.
I think the first game, definitely that Inferno Dragon made such a huge difference to the whole matchup.
But I also think that, you know, maybe Yere, it's one of his many decks. Yep. Maybe Ali, you know, he knows how to master the deck a bit more, so he knew how to play the matchup. And maybe that was the difference between Yere and Ali. And on this matchup, well, Ali was dominating.
He was.
And they played it twice, so, you know.
Yep. Played really well there with his Lava Hound deck, but we're going to look at the next game coming up next. So we've got Kuchiku versus Fusego coming up next.
Yeah, so Fusego, very, very good player. Kuchiku as well. Maybe we have the win rate. Oh yeah, so Kuchiku, yeah, kind of disappointing in the Sierra Nations Cup. Even though he played only one match, he lost the 2 battles, unfortunately. So he's like at 0% win rate. He lost 2 matches, unfortunately. But that's not a lot. Really, it could happen anytime to any player. Losing 2 games in a row in the best of 3, that's really not a big deal.
Yep, Fusego playing quite solidly. I mean, he's got a 75% win rate too, so definitely a little bit ahead. But only played 8 games, so. But yeah.
So we don't know. We'll see who's going to win this and who's going to take the advantage for their country.
Yep.
And yeah, for now 2-2.
I don't think I've seen much of Kuchiku's name overall, I don't think, so he might just be able to surprise us here in the end.
Yes, clearly. Well, you cannot really study Kuchiku lately.
Yep.
I know, oh yeah, I remember he is the one, he played a deck in the, oh yeah, okay, yeah. He played, I think it was the Clash Cup, he played a giant skeleton deck. Giant skeleton control with the Goblin Hut and the Tornado. The deck was just incredible. And I still play it sometimes in Triple Elixir. It's so good against tanks. He played this in the finals of Clash League, I think. And that was like extremely good. So maybe he might surprise us with some decks. I'm really curious.
I mean, we haven't seen much of the Goblin Hut since it's been nerfed, to be honest with you. It still does quite a bit of damage, but not near as much as it used to before. You used to get so many value. That was a long time ago. Yeah. But still such a... I remember playing that.
Yeah, but still, you know, it's still the same player. So he might surprise us with some decks. Well, for now, they're both sitting at 10. So he's not going to surprise us in the next minute. But yeah.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to wait till Double Elixir before any of these players actually play anything. A nice yawn emote coming out, so that's perfect timing for the yawn emote. But they're just not wanting to play anything too early. If you play something too early, you might just lose the game. So you really got to watch here.
That's going to be just spamming emote for 2 minutes.
It will be. Still another 40 seconds to go before both players play anything. Probably maybe see P.E.K.K.A control, and we might see some golem decks here as well. Even just Lava Hound. It's normally really big tank decks.
We've got the balloon. Although we've got the balloon and the Mega Minion ban, so I don't know if we're going to see any Lava Hound. Because you know, without a balloon and without Mega Minion, it's a bit complicated. Even every tank deck without Mega Minion is kind of weak, to be honest. Yep. There might be a flying machine though instead of the Mega Minions, so we could see you know, giants, P.E.K.K.A and golems. but it's going to be complicated though for the Lava Loon. I mean, Lava Hound with maybe a flying machine in the minor.
Yeah,
that could be unexpected.
It could be, yeah. We do have the Zap going to the right hand side with Bandit eventually coming out for Fuse Goat though, but okay, something completely different to what we thought it was. I think we've got a little bit of splash art here from Kuchiku potentially, but just because of that bowler, it's the only deck I've really seen bowler in at the moment, and P.E.K.K.A control coming out for Fuse Goat, so no Mega Minion in his deck. I wonder what kind of air he has instead. Maybe Flying Machine?
I have no idea.
Inferno Dragon coming in the back for Kuchiku, though, so again just trying to build up a push and stop this P.E.K.K.A on the right hand side. So another push going down the left hand side for Fuse Goat, so let's see if he gets any damage done.
I think Fuse Goat has a matchup there. I think he's going to be able to win it. I mean, a bit early to say, but I think, you know, he has the poison defensively. He can, you know, chip away the tower with the miner, stop everything at the bridge with the P.E.K.K.A. He has the Electro Wizard to reset that Inferno Dragon, and even the minions to kind of, you know, swarm.
Yep.
So I think he's looking very good in this matchup. Although, maybe Kuchiku can cycle to the graveyard really fast and get some damage onto the tower that way.
Bowler is connecting to the tower though on the left hand side, and same with the Ice Spirit as well. So it looks like Kuchiku is pulling ahead on tower damage at the moment. We are in overtime right now, so it's going to be really close here.
The miner on the right hand side getting a few hundred damage on the right.
A little bit damage. Graveyard going down again. Nothing actually past the bridge again.
The bandit doesn't know where to go. He's going to get so much damage on the left hand side. Kuchiku really taking the lead in this game in the end.
Yep.
Fusu's really not playing. I mean, he's not playing the poison defensively. Why? Is it a fireball?
He might have a fireball in his deck, maybe. But
oh, hold on. On the right hand side, the tornado is not going to be enough. The minions, one is connecting onto the tower. The miner is still there, dealing so much damage onto the tower, less than 500 HP. Is he going to play the poison now? No, okay, defensive
poison, so he does have poison.
A bit late, honestly. Why so late? He's going to try to go with the miner on the right-hand side. This might be it. The miner will be there.
Nice connection with the Electro Wizard on the miner, though, stopping it from doing that damage to the tower. Otherwise, it may have cost him the whole game.
The poison is going to go for Kuchiku. That's going to be it.
Yep.
He needs to find something to do. Fusgo needs to find something.
We do have a bandit on the right hand side. Nice bowler going down. Not quite connected
maybe
to
with
the
the
tower.
last miner. The miner, last chains here, but there's going to be the Electro. No, it's not going to be enough. The miner's going to take it.
Fuse Goat takes it for Venezuela against Kuchiku.
Wow.
It looks like Kuchiku is so far ahead, but Fuse Goat pulling that off in the end. That was crazy.
He did it.
That was so
what
close.
What happened? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why did he wait to use his poison defensively? Like, he tried to put the bandit, but that was not enough.
Yep. That's crazy.
Wow, but he played so well on the right-hand side. He was
did.
just pressuring miner minions, dealing so much damage onto the tower.
Yep.
The tornado was a bit misplaced. He didn't get the miner in the tornado for Kuchiku.
Yep.
And yeah, that was it. He took so much damage, and Fusgo finishing it off just before the poison takes the tower. Wow.
Kuchiku playing so well, but still hasn't won a game in CR Nations yet.
Yes, that's true. That is terrible for him. 0-3 right now for Kuchiku, but he might be coming back. He might be taking the two next battles and giving the lead to Spain. We're gonna see that in just a moment. That was so close. One.
That was so close. I'm just.
Let me stop shaking for a moment. Anyway, we're good to go.
Right, so we're getting to the next game. Kuchiku versus Fuse Goat again. Balloon and Mega Minion are banned, so maybe not seeing any Lava Hound. Fuse Goat maybe opting for Splash Yard.
I think Kuchiku is playing the P.E.K.K.A deck. He was like, okay, you want to play P.E.K.K.A, I'm going to play P.E.K.K.A.
They pretty much just switched
that's
decks. Mega Knight coming out for Kuchiku on the right-hand side now.
That's really risky. When you so physical just play the P.E.K.K.A, it's really risky to play the Mega Knight. Maybe he was like, he's not going to play it again.
But I mean, he did put the Royal Ghost down, so that kind of signals that maybe not going to be a P.E.K.K.A deck, but the Mega Minion goes down fairly easily. Not really much damage taken there, but it does look like Kuchiku has pulled ahead in Elixir right now.
Let's see now. Fusgo's playing again. I mean, not again, but the graveyard. So, how is Kuchiku going to deal with this?
Tornado.
I think he's going to go with defensive poison here.
A little bit of misplay with the Tornado there, trying to activate the King's Tower, but not quite pulling it in time.
Bandit dashing onto the tower, and now there will be the Ghost.
Royal Ghost does eat a charge as well, so a lot of damage off that Ghost there. Electro Wizard forced on the right hand side. Inferno Dragon probably not going to really do very much.
Electro Wizard on the right hand side. It's going to be stopped by another Electro Wizard for Kuchiku. Alright. So it's pretty equal right now in terms of elixir, even in terms of damage. Kuchiku didn't deal that much damage on the left hand side, only 400.
Yeah, not too much there. But I mean, Kuchiku's tower has not been touched whatsoever. I wonder if he's got poison for this.
Hold on.
We'll see. We got the poison coming out for Kuchiku, so I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem with him. Bandit charging onto the bowler as well, so not too much of a problem.
Alright, you've got the miner to defend from that ghost for Kuchiku.
Electro Wizard should easily take this down. We got minions down actually to take down this Electro Wizard, so maybe potentially something coming in here with this Inferno Dragon. Not much done.
Kuchiku is looking pretty well right now. You know, he manages to control the pace of the battle. He's gonna go aggressive though on the left hand side. Defensive poison here for Fusgo.
Yep, just try to take down that Electro Wizard so the Inferno Dragon can take down this Mega Knight before reaching the tower.
And the counter attack here for Fusgo. This might be it with the graveyard and the poison potentially for Fusgo.
No poison coming out for Fusgo though, so tornadoing there as well. Nice tornado. Ice Wizard actually finishing off the minions, but not much damage done to the tower, so...
Oh, Electro Wizard is getting a bit of damage and counter attack here with the Mega Knight, but that Inferno Dragon is really stopping everything every time. Even though there is a zap.
We still got the Bandit involved here,
charging
onto the tower. That's the loads of damage coming out from Kuchiku on the left-hand side, so I don't know, not looking good for Fusgo right now. Maybe Kuchiku can take this back.
And win his first battle in the Zero Nations Cup.
He needs to.
He needs to, yeah.
He doesn't want to end with a 0% win rate deal. Bandit charging onto the tower again, reaching the bowler instead, so nice place bowler.
Again, that Mega Knight is going to run into the Inferno Dragon without any... Okay, there are the minions though to deal with it.
Inferno Dragon has locked onto the Mega Knight though, forcing out a zap. And Mega Knight's still making his way forward actually.
The Bandit is going to defend pretty well against the graveyard, and the miner is going to be there for Kuchiku to kind of try to chip away that tower. Also to tank for that Mega Knight, but the Mega Knight will not make it to the tower.
Bandit charges straight onto the Electro Wizard.
The Inferno Dragon was locked onto the tower.
Just for a couple seconds there, but Kuchiku looks so far ahead in this match right now. Bowler coming up left hand side again. Is it going to be enough to stop this Bandit? It does in the end. Another poison going down. Looks like Kuchiku is just going to cycle poisons now, I think. This tower is more than enough HP.
Yeah, he's just going to finish off with spells. Although Fusgo might be able to take it with the graveyard, kind of a desperate graveyard here.
Yep.
And Kuchiku's he's gonna defend it with a poison, right?
Yep, that was the poison defensively. So all he needs to do now is just get that poison from the tower, and he's won the game. So let's see if he gets up here.
He really didn't want to take any risk. Really, he was like, I'm just gonna put the poison defensively. I'm not gonna try to rush.
Yep.
And well, he's taking it very safely.
Finishing off the miner. So really well played by Kuchiku, equalizing the scores right now.
First battle for Kuchiku won.
Yep, first battle, 1 and 4, so really well played to Kuchiku there, taking it back. I mean, I think he should have won that first match as well, but
honestly, yes. You know, honestly, yes.
Yeah, I think he should have.
Fusgo really stole that game.
He did. His tower was
that
so
was
high
well
on the right hand
played,
side. Yep, really well played. I mean, anything can happen in Clash Royale. Last minute charges can
every
win
single
you the game.
time. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Alright, so now Kuchiku is back, 1-1. And he might be winning the next one. He might be giving that advantage to Spain. We're going to see that in just a moment.
Yep. So
he can make it. He can clearly make it.
We'll have to see. I mean, he's been playing. I think what he's played so far has been really solid. But like I say, just a couple of mistakes here and there on his part. Lost in that first game.
I think he was pretty good with control, with that control deck.
Yep.
I don't really know what he used to play usually. I remember he played that giant skeleton deck, which was very control. I think he might be better playing control deck, honestly.
Yep.
So I would like to see him play like a P.E.K.K.A. or even that Mega Knight again. I think he would be better with a control deck right now against Fusgo.
Yep.
He played Hog Rider and Golem for his 2 first matches, not today but like before. He lost with the 2. And you know, Hog Rider Golem, it's not really control. It's more like aggressive. It's beatdown and cycling.
Yep.
But he proved to be very good with control archetypes.
Yep. I mean, I'm quite surprising there, even just seeing Mega Knight right now, to be honest. So we have Bandit coming up the right-hand side, Electro Wizard in the back, so maybe potentially Splash Art coming out from Kuchiku.
Same matchup. Okay, yep. No. Oh, okay, yeah. All right. That's going to be a bowler for Kuchiku, and the Bandit's going to dash onto the tower.
I always feel like
good.
If I see an Electro Wizard at the start, I normally think it's Splash Art.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of Psycho cards in the Splash Art deck except from Royal Ghost, the Ice Wizard. We have the Mega Knight coming out for Fusego. They just keep switching decks though all the time. It's just like literally they're just copying their opponent's deck.
Right, seems so. But here Kuchiku is looking pretty good, and maybe Fusego is gonna lose with the same matchup.
Not really connecting to the tower though. I mean, the Bandit's doing a good job of finishing it off. But
Inferno Dragon's gonna take the tower. There's nothing to reset it.
Nope,
there's no elixir, nothing.
No zap. Kuchiku taking the first tower in the first minute and 15 seconds of the game. That is insanely played from Kuchiku.
Wow. Angry Kuchiku right there.
Yes.
Not happy of losing 3 games in a row in the Series Nations Cup. He's like, no, I'm a good player. I'm going to win this one. I'm going to take the point for Spain, for my country, and I'm going to fight until the end.
We have got Mega Knight Connector on the right-hand side, though, doing quite a bit of damage, actually, taking the tower down to 1000 HP, so it doesn't look like Fusego is quite out of the game yet. Nice Miner going down to have a really good trade-off with the Bowler there on the left. Bowler doesn't really do that much damage.
Yeah, and Kuchiku knows it. He's just going to defend now, I believe. He's not going to be too aggressive. He knows that it's going to be hard to get some damage onto the tower with the King's Tower activated, with the Graveyard especially.
Yeah, just needs to be really defensive, and he should be able to win this game, but you never know. Fusego could pull it off in the end.
Inferno Dragon in the back for Fusego. He's going to try to do a push on the right-hand side, but that's the only thing. That's the only thing he could do now. He needs to take the tower one way or another.
Miner going down, getting him quite a bit of damage onto the tower. Bowler helping out there, but
he's trying to go with the Mega Knight.
Don't think it's going to be enough for Fusego right now.
Yeah, that's well played here for Kuchiku. He manages to defend very, very well. The Ice Wizard plus the Tornado is going to do a great job, and nothing is going to go through here for Fusego. He's going to try to send the Miner, but it will be pre-shot by the Bowler, plus the Inferno Dragon. Ready. Fusego is trying his best, but that's already too late.
Yep, 10 seconds to go, and it looks like Kuchiku has taken the second game, so definitely redeeming himself here and going 2-1 against Fusego, so really well played to Kuchiku. I mean, he could have just had some bad matchups for his first couple games of Sierra Nations, but
yeah,
definitely showing how strong he is now.
We know Kuchiku is a very, very good player. Yep. I mean, you know, when we say he lost 3 games in a row, that's not mean. We're not judging. You know, we're just like, well, he lost. That's it. You know, and we want him to come back, and he proved he's pretty good, and he came back, winning 2 battles and giving the put for Spain.
Spain.
And we know he's a good player anyway, and he proved it today.
Solid player. So next we have Soaking versus... Who we got next? Or
yeah, there's a
little bit of a mistype there.
Yeah, it's not Kuchiku. I think it's Soaking normally.
Yep, there we go. Sorted it out. So we got Soaking versus Galactic Tusk coming up next. So
Galactusk. Yeah, I got it right. Galactusk. All right, so that's going to be Soaking versus Galactus. So Soaking, I do have his win rate real quick. He has a pretty good win rate, 7 battle won out of 10, so it makes, of course, a 70% win rate.
Really well played there. So, Galactic. So he, on a little bit of the lower scale, does have just under 50%, but still a really strong player. Used many different decks. He's used 9 decks altogether in this tournament, so that's a lot of decks, to be honest with you.
Soaking only used 5 out of 10 games. So, well, we're going to see what he plays today. Maybe a new deck. I don't know, but I mean, anyway.
I would like to see it though. I'd like to see a new deck.
Everybody knows Soaking. He's an extremely good player, and well, he may be able to finish it for Spain. Because if Spain gets another point, another best of 3, win another best of 3, they will go to Tenerife. And Venezuela will be out of the competition.
They will go through. So let's see if Soaking is going to be able to take it for Spain, or will Venezuela come back in this matchup?
Well, we're about to see this in just a second. Now we're just waiting for Soaking or Gala to request.
Galactus.
Sorry, I hate that nickname. I can't say it properly. All right, it's gonna be all right. All right, we're in the game. Oh, it's gonna be. Oh, there is a change of player right there.
Ozledi. Okay.
Yeah.
Ozledi. So
I mean, every team has one chain of player. You know, if just in case there is one player not available, like right now, for whatever reason, they can change one player. And apparently, well, Venezuela decided to change their player, and giving Us Lady a chance to compete against Soaking, and to get that 3rd point for Venezuela.
Yep.
And trying to go to Champions match.
So we do have a witch deck coming out for Soaking. So not really seen many witches as of lately, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I mean, it still is a
right.
strong card, but not seen them much through CR Nations.
Well, yeah, lately we haven't seen her very much, but I think that's a giant deck here for Soaking. Looks like a giant deck.
Yeah.
Minor
giant control, something along that lines.
Problem is, Us Lady is playing a P.E.K.K.A deck, so it's going to be really difficult. If Soaking is indeed playing a giant deck, it's going to be hard for him to go through.
We do have a miner in the back for Osledi right now, but not really getting much damage done. Getting a little bit chip damage on the tower, but Soaking does look ahead right now.
Inferno Dragon on the left-hand side to defend from everything. Zap to reset it. I don't like it. What was that zap? We've seen some very good zap today. This was not one of them.
So Giant coming in the back to defend the Bandit, maybe getting a counter push off here with Soaking, but let's see if he puts something down. Probably just wait until his opponent.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's going to support that Giant. He knows it. Yeah. Just going to try to chip away the tower here with the spells like we've seen. Oh, Mega Knight.
Mega Knight coming top of the miner as well, so not the best place miner there from Soaking. Goes down straight away to that Mega Knight. Don't think it's going to get much here against the Witch though, because the skeleton's slowly coming out.
There is a poison and there is a miner, so maybe the Mega Knight's going to go through. You know, there is a Giant to defend it, to tank for everything. All right. Then
Mega Knight not really doing anything at all to that Giant, to be honest, but let's see if it's going to get through to the tower.
Mega Knight once again. The Giant's not going to make it. Oh yeah, it's going to get one punch onto the tower. The minions doing the job in the back.
Inferno Dragon still up for Osledi here on the left hand side. Miner trying to get in the back as well, but Witch going to go down. I think it's going to easily clear up this push right now.
Still, Osledi had a lot of damage onto the tower. Now it's pretty equal in terms of damage.
Yeah, definitely taking it back with that Miner, but let's see if Soaking's going to be able to get through here. We got the Miner coming on the tower again. The Giant is tanking for that Miner as well.
And the Giant will get one hit. It's getting a second hit and a third one. And that's going to be it for Soaking.
Oh, not quite yet. Still needs one spell. Still needs another poison to take this back. So let's, I don't know, as Lodi might be able to get this counter push off here. Mega Knight pushing
there is a
forward.
lot of troops here. He's going to try to tank with the Giant, but there is the Inferno on the tower. And Soaking has nothing.
Oh, Miner is on top of the tower. Still the
that's
Bandit
going
is
to be
still there.
it.
Way too much here for
coming
Soaking.
back and taking the tower.
Oh,
so close.
17 HP.
17 HP. I thought that was it for Soaking. I thought the tower will go down. It didn't. And it was... Oh, wow. Wow, what a match.
You really got to watch there, I guess. You don't want to overcommit with spells, I guess. Otherwise, that push can just come and take your tower down.
I mean, for me, Soaking had the tower, but that was like... so close. Like, just, I don't know, like 79 HP, something like that.
Yep.
It was so close, and then Osledi knew he couldn't wait for Soaking to cycle to the poison. He had to be aggressive, like right now. He used the counter push to make something, put all his troops, the miner, everything, and that was enough. And 17 HP on his tower.
We've seen it so much, though. We've seen it so much. You can't tell just because it's in almost zap range.
That was insane. That was insane. And now Venezuela is coming back in the game, trying to get that third point and to get to the Champions match. That's going to be insanely close.
I wonder if they're going to make it. Soaking, again, a really strong player. Looked like he won that matchup, made a couple mistakes there, and ended up losing the game. So,
but he can come back. He can
make
it. He's an incredible player. But Osledi is pretty good as well. Do you have a... Oh, he doesn't have such a great...
He doesn't actually. He's only got under a 40% win ratio, but again, playing a lot of different decks, so... He could pull anything out of the bag, to be honest with you. He's playing everything.
Despite the win rates that we're kind of telling every single time, it doesn't mean the player are bad. Like, they're really, really good. They are all very good. But, you know, sometimes on, like, 10 games, like, you know, you can have a very good win rate or not. Like, it doesn't mean you are good or not. It just means, like, that's what you did in the first 10 games. It's not really representative in the end.
Extremely situational, because you could have had so many counter decks against you, so it's all about that pick of the deck sometimes and knowing what your opponent plays. So P.E.K.K.A. again and Valkyrie are banned.
Alright, so buena suerte. Good luck in Spanish.
And we got Ozledi versus Soaking. So is Soaking going to be able to come back in this? No player actually playing anything so far, so maybe going to go to double elixir.
Soaking is focused. He's not going to emote right now. He wants to win. He knows it. He doesn't want to go to... I think they don't want to go to the Champions match. They know it. They know they're going to face, like, Pedro.
Yep, Pedro.
Very certainly Pedro for Venezuela. So they do not want to go to that Champions match, because otherwise they know it's going to be extremely difficult to pull off the victory. So they want to win now, and Soaking is here to win the next 2 battles. And he's playing the control deck, by the way. That's a P.E.K.K.A. deck once again. And oh, very interesting. Ostily is playing a Golem deck.
Mega Knight actually coming out for Soaking instead of P.E.K.K.A. So let's see how he deals with this. But Golem's going to, I think, easily tank for this. Inferno Dragon coming out for Soaking. Actually, I think that Golem's going to go down pretty fast.
Yeah, Inferno Dragon. There is no Electro Wizard for Ostily in his deck. So like, I think Soaking is going to make like a ton of value out of the Inferno Dragon. There is only a Zap for Ostily. So clearly the Inferno Dragon is going to be value in this matchup.
So we've got Soaking connecting the miner fully to the tower, so getting pretty much almost 500 damage to that left-hand tower, so good start for Soaking.
Alright, so now.
So we're coming to double elixir pretty soon.
Nightwatch in the back.
We're probably going to see a big push from Ozledi now, maybe see the Golem at the bridge if he has enough elixir for it, and Soaking going up the same side, so let's see if he's going to be able to deal with this. I wonder if he has poison in his deck, or what kind of spells he's running right now, because I think he's... no Golem actually coming out from Ozledi, so I'm not too sure what's happening here. Maybe he didn't have it in cycle, maybe? Mega Knight jumping to the Lumberjack.
And look at that Inferno Dragon once again, dealing so much damage to the Golem, and Ozledi cannot do anything. He cannot go through with the Golem. He's going to try to push behind the Golemite, but that's not going to be enough. The Electro Wizard will be here to defend everything. Plus the minions, well played once again for Soaking, perfectly mastering the matchup.
Yep, Soaking playing really well, not taking any damage from this Golem, so the control from Soaking is just crazy. I mean, Ozledi does have the Zap, but I don't know, it's just not enough to take out Soaking's Inferno Dragon. Mega Knight jumping forward, another defensive Golem going down there.
But the Inferno is here, so anyway, like, the Golem's not going to make it through. He's going to try to go there. Defensive poison a bit too high.
Does get a nice zap off there though, so it does look like Golem's trying to make its way over to the tower. Is the Electro Wizard going to allow it, or is this explosion damage going to get done before?
Yeah, but that's not a big deal here for Soaking. He's just going to go through. I mean, he's just going to go with the counter attack here and the miner, I mean.
Yep, huge counter attack here with the Mega Knight.
Oh, that rocket though.
Really nice rocket coming down there. And I don't think this, I don't know, this Mega Knight might get something done here, but...
No, there's just too much. The Mega Minion is going to do it. Also, he's going to secure with a Zap. I don't even know. I don't even think that was necessary.
Yeah, it was too much elixir there. I mean, he got good value. It was rocket there, but I'm not entirely sure about that Zap. But I guess he just doesn't want to take much more damage to his tower because he's so far behind right now.
Golem once again in front of the tower to make sure he's not going to take any push, you know. If he puts it in the back, he's going to be in trouble.
Nightwitch pulling ahead of the Golem there.
Oh,
so
the rocket. That's a lot of elixir, but I think he's right. You know, now there is no more Inferno Dragon on the field. And so the Golem can go through to the tower, getting one hit.
Does get hit in the tower.
Oh, no, not even.
No, I think that was just the explosion damage on the tower there from the Golem on the left-hand side.
But again,
Soaking,
perfectly handled by Soaking once again. He's not taking, I mean, taking really a few damage.
He is falling behind here a little bit on this left-hand side, though. It looks like Soaking's going to go for the right-hand tower, going to get zapped and tornadoed on the minions straight away, so not going to lose his tower on the right-hand side, Ozledi. But there's
Mega Knight might... Okay, there is again that Golem defensively for the Mega Knight. That's well played. The Inferno Dragon is here. There might be a rocket for Ozledi as soon as he has it. Yes, indeed. The rocket is being pretty efficient in the end in this matchup. That's a good way to deal with that Inferno Dragon.
Huge trades with the rocket. I mean, getting the Electro Wizard plus the Inferno Dragon's 8 elixir for 6. So plus you've still got your golem coming forward with double Mega Knight coming forward with Bandit. He's got minions, he's got Electro Wizard still in there, so is he going to make his way over to the tower, or is the Giant going to go
the
down?
Mega Knight's not going to jump. That was really close.
Does actually jump into the Lumberjack though, so might be able to get to the tower now, raged up.
Wow.
That's Night Witch going down,
that was
defending.
A Night Witch.
Miner going back on the tower on the left hand side, Soaking, pulling way far ahead right now. So Ozledi really needs to get something done.
So bad, and the Bandit's not gonna. Oh, it's gonna dash onto the tower, getting so much damage.
Full connection on with the Bandit there, but Lumberjack gonna clear it up. Can Ozledi pull this back? Mega Knight going down in time. This Mega Knight deck seems really strong right now.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, that's a control leg, the proper control leg. Yep. It's really, really good. The poison here, plus that's it. Yeah, that's it. The miner was there. Very well played here. Ozledi couldn't do anything. He tried to do something with the rocket on the Infinite Dragon. That was well played. He got a bit of damage with it, but that was clearly not enough.
Yep. One more game, and there's one more game. I mean, one more game each. Any player could take this right now.
Yeah, that's going to be a match point though for Soaking. He's going to be able to maybe to take the victory for Spain on the very next battle. We're going to see that in just a moment. Maybe Ozledi is going to save it and go to the Champions match. I think honestly, Pedro is so good. It's very risky for Spain to go to the Champions match. They need to. Soaking wins to win the next one to secure the win for Spain. Otherwise, they're going to be in trouble. Yep.
Pedro's such a strong player. You do not want to come against him in your champion matchup. He's destroyed, I think, in his past couple champion matchups. So I would never want to come against him.
Yeah, clearly not. Clearly, you don't want to do this. Player. Very, very good player. So yeah. Anyway, there's going to be the next match, potentially the last one. Either Soaking or Ozledi will win it. And we're going to see, we're going to know very quickly who's going to go to Tenerife.
Yep.
A lot of pressure here.
So it's not too far away.
Yeah, it's very soon, by the way.
Yep. I would get your tickets as soon as possible. You can go to www.crnationscup.com. You can purchase your tickets from there, and there's not that many left, so I definitely get on that website and buy them as soon as possible.
But we will be here anyway. We will be commenting that event from Tenerife. So
from
even
this channel.
Yeah, even if you cannot be here live, I mean be here like in Tenerife, you will be able to follow the event with us. That's going to be a great thing.
And if you want to follow the channel and turn on notifications, you'll know exactly when we're going to be online. But here's the next match, potentially the last match of this part of the tournament. We've got Soaking versus Ozledi.
Playing again that control deck for Soaking.
They're
playing the same deck. That's going to be interesting.
Mirror decks here. Maybe slightly different versions, but pretty much the same premise.
Alright, so Mega Knight versus Mega Knight. Inferno Dragon versus Inferno Dragon. Oh! Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, Ozledi has played the Electro Wizard really early, so I think this is going to make a huge difference in this matchup right now. Yeah,
right. The cycle is very, very, very important, especially with the Inferno Dragon and the Electro Wizard. Soaking is looking good right now because of his cycle from the start.
Yeah, I think he's got a good cycle off here. The Inferno Dragon Mega Knight push is definitely going to be a lot more solid for Soaking right now.
And he's going to be aggressive with the Miner and the Bandit. Bandit's not going to charge though, but the Miner is going to be able to get a few damage onto the left-hand side tower. 700 damage so far.
Yep, Soaking looking really solid right now in this matchup. Bandit going down to the minions as well. Ozledi putting the Miner down to defend the minions. He doesn't want to use his zap too early.
I don't like that Miner.
I don't like that either.
I mean, that might be a good option. You know, sometimes using the Miner defensively is a very good option when you make value and all that. You know, you don't have to be aggressive. Although I think in this matchup, if you don't get the Miner onto the tower, well, you're just going to let Soaking in this case. You're just going to let Soaking, chip away your tower without being able to do anything in return.
Probably going to see Electro Wizard come down. Nice minions placement for Ozledi though.
Good zap there.
Be able to save his Inferno Dragon, but look at that Electro Wizard's HP. Pretty much got 1 HP left. Bandit.
Oh, that Bandit dashing onto the Mega Knight, but taking the charge. I mean the jump.
So again, a Miner defensively from Ozledi here. No chip damage getting done to that tower, except from a couple now.
Alright, but maybe Ozledi is going to be able to turn things and turn things around and take the advantage. With all those defensive Miner, he might be able to come back in the game and be more aggressive in the second part of the game. Who knows? Electro Wizard again versus Electro Wizard. Bandit is going to charge onto the Mega Knight, and this is looking pretty good right now for SLE. This counter attack is massive.
Massive counter attack coming out here now. Electro Wizard is still in the back as well, so
that's going to be it. That's going to be it. The Inferno Dragon is going to lock on. Oh. There is an Electro Wizard though, but the Bandit is still there, and that's going to be it. Wow. Soaking. I was not expecting this once again.
He had it the whole time at the start of the game. Really good cycle, but Osledy just managing to pull it off in the end. That's crazy.
I mean, I was really not expecting this. But that's exactly what I said just before. The defensive miner allowing Osledy to make some value, and at some point he's going to take the advantage and counter-attack, and that was it. Exactly, it happened.
It's happened so many times though. Just one counter-attack can cost you an entire game. You really got to watch.
Yeah, you know, it could be, you know, Soaking spending a bit too much elixir, then, you know, Osledy with the defensive miner and a good placement of the Electro Wizard just going to turn things around, and then he has that massive counter attack. He's like, I gotta do something, sending the miner, and that was it. We've got the replay right there,
so this
and we can see this. Look at the Electro Wizard placement. We've got the 2 Mega Knight jumping, the Inferno. Here's going to be the Electro for Osledy. And the Electro for Soaking is not going to do much in the end.
Yep, doesn't reset.
Yeah, it doesn't reset. I think it doesn't reset. Yeah. There is that zap for
I think it was that Bandit charge on top of the Electro Wizard though, which kind of had in the game there.
Yeah, and there, well, that was it. I mean, Soaking tried to do something, but the miner was there. There was way too much troops. The Inferno Dragon is going to lock onto the tower, and then you've got the Electro Wizard dealing so much damage in the back. The Wizard is still there, the Bandit is still on the tower, and that's going to be it.
Electro Wizard going down, but just isn't enough to clear up that push in the last couple seconds of the game. So we're going to go into our Champions matchup here. Who do you think they're going to pick for the Champions matchup? Pedro is going to be 100% in my opinion. But
Pedro is going to be there.
Yeah, but from Spain, who do you think?
You have so much good players in Spain.
Yep.
So much. I mean, every single player basically. We've seen Yere, who was very. I mean, with a good win. He lost though.
He did lose his match.
But maybe they're gonna send him. You know, losing or winning in this particular match doesn't make much difference. Yep. So maybe Yere, maybe Soaking. He lost too though.
Yeah, it's really strong, really solid.
Canario was good.
Canario, yeah, he was pretty solid as well.
Could be Virtue won also, I believe.
Yep.
I don't know. Honestly, it's hard to say for Spain. It's very hard to say. I don't really know the player like very well, so I don't know who's dealing well with pressure or not, because this really counts in this Champions match.
Yep.
So I think Pedro is going to go for Venezuela because that's clearly their best player. But I really don't know for Spain. And it's going to be so tough. I mean, against Pedro, you need someone in Spain who can win without having any pressure and who is like very, very good. It's really, I mean, I don't know who they're going to choose.
I mean, Soaking, I guess he's done a lot of live events. Maybe he might be the one to pick. There might be a little bit less pressure for him.
Might be, but I can tell you that's so hard to say.
Yeah.
It's so,
Well, I'm sure we're going to be getting them up in the next couple minutes.
Honestly, it's not looking that good for Spain.
Nope.
It's really not looking good.
I think Pedro, I don't know, I think he is going to take that, and he's always taken that champion matchup that I've seen so far anyway.
Yes,
so.
He's so good. That's going to be tough for Spain. Honestly, that's going to be very tough, but not impossible though. Nope. Not impossible. To me, we're going to be like 1-1 in the best of 3. It's going to all come to one battle, the very last battle, and it's going to be so close because at some point you need there need to be a winner.
Yep.
And there needs to be a loser.
There will be a winner.
There will be tonight.
There
will be only one team in Tenerife anyway out of the 2, so needs to be decided today. That's going to be extremely close. That's all we know.
Yeah, we're going to see some amazing teams on Tenerife. So let's have a look at how they've been doing on both sides. So we have 3-3 at the moment for both teams. Soaking did lose that last matchup, but I just wonder who they're going to put last now.
It's really hard to say.
It is really hard to say.
Soaking, well, if you remove for Spain the one who lost, so you remove Yere and Soaking, who are 2 extremely good players, and Virtue.
You got Temper, I guess. He's extremely strong.
Honestly, Trainer Luis made some mistakes.
Yeah, he made a load of mistakes with his
how to say for that team right now. Then you have Canario, who played pretty well. But like judging we're really judging right now on this particular clash, okay? So we don't know the player in the long term and the pressure and everything, so it's surely not going to be what we say. But still, like, judging from this match, I think Canario will be the best pick.
Yeah.
Just judging on this match.
We'll see.
Maybe it will be right, maybe not. And he has a pretty good win rate. You know, he's played a lot of matches. He's playing 14 matches, so it means, well, on the paper, like he's the one who played the more matches for Spain so far. So I think, well, the Spanish coach, I don't know who it is, but I think he trusts Canario. Canario has a pretty good win rate. He's played a lot. Maybe if he's dealing well with pressure, they might send him against Pedro. We'll see that in just a moment.
Yep.
They have a few minutes to pick, you know, the player and to prepare their decks and everything. So that's
bans, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, bans as well.
So they should be coming. Here we go. So
that's
Yeri versus Pedro. So Yeri, obviously the best
so
win rate duo.
He lost 2-0, but he's the one who has like the best win rate so far for Spain. So you know it makes sense.
Yep.
And clearly, yeah, Pedro, as we said.
So we're going to see no Lava Hound, and we're going to see no Inferno Dragon as well. So that takes up Splash Yard and obviously Lava Hound decks as well. So we'll see how this plays. So Yeri running Executioner Minor, maybe just a little bit minor poison there.
Yeah, with the Tornado and the Rocket, I'd say. Minor control. We've seen that deck already, you know, haven't we?
I think we have already. That was the one that took up the Splash Yard deck, I think.
Might be.
But Pekka coming up in the middle, getting lured away by some skeletons, still pretty healthy HP at the moment, and the Minor going in the back, going to get loads of chip damage done. Pedro, again, just so solid. I mean, he's taking no tower damage at the moment, and look at the damage already, and this is the first minute in the game. Almost even taking down the tower to just under half HP right now.
Pedro is really, truly impressive.
He is so impressive. I've never seen a player play quite as well as what Pedro does.
Okay, now Yeri needs to win this for Spain, otherwise they're going to be out. So much pressure on this match. I think the Miner was a bit too close to the tower there. He should have placed it like, you know, closer to the bandit so he doesn't dash onto the Miner.
Yep.
He earns a bit of time as well. Little slight misplay here for Yeri, but this could make the difference right there. Make minions supported, yeah, anyway, with the Miner.
I mean, Yeri putting down the balloon there, going straight into the minions, so it's just like trade at that bad elixir trade there. Executioner still coming forward, probably not going to get much done either.
No. It's going to be so tough here for Yeri.
Pedro hasn't even taken any tower damage. This is double elixir, no tower damage, and it seems like he has full control of this whole game. I mean, he's really good at this Pekka Minor control.
At the back. So really, Yeri just being defensive right there.
Yeri's running a little bit of a different balloon deck as well. He's got Fire Spirits in his deck as well. So
yeah, I like his deck. Honestly, changes from what we've seen so far. Yep. Oh, the Electro's gonna get the skeletons.
Nice Minor going down there defensively as well, taking down Pedro's.
That was very well played here for Yeri. He saw what was happening and he reacted with just a skeleton. That was just enough to not take any hits onto his tower.
Don't know if this balloon is going to manage to actually connect to the tower. Nice Pekka going down just in time, not allowing the Executioner from doing anything.
Yeri is really looking very bad here. Pedro has the Miner, he has the poison, he has the zap, everything to finish off that tower on the left hand side.
Miner going down again, zap going down, but not quite enough yet.
Yeah, that's going to be it with the poison.
Offensive poison, Pekka making his way over to the tower. And
that is it. The Pekka is going to finish it up.
Pedro, honestly, so strong player. Yes, I haven't seen him lost so far.
I don't think. Yeah, I think he won all his matches. Basically,
think he has, literally.
Maybe he lost 1 or 2 games here and there, but no best of 3 lost.
Yep.
Impressive.
Such a solid player.
Right now, well, Pedro has a double match point. He can win. There's going to be 2 more battles maximum. If he wins one of the 2, Venezuela is going to be in Tenerife.
Yep. On the 29th as well, so that is next weekend. So again, if you want to grab your tickets, guys, www.crnations.com, crnationscup.com.
Yeah. Yep. Here you have it.
Right there.
Wow, it's like so much pressure right now on Yeri. He needs to win the 2 next battles, otherwise they want to go to Tenerife. That will be a shame. You know, it's in Spain. You want to go. You want to be there. You know, it's in your own country. You want to be there.
Definitely.
And oh wow.
I don't know if Spain are going to be able to take it though. I mean, Pedro just I don't know. He just looks so solid. They need a hard counter deck to Pedro.
I mean, they can make it. You know, they only they only need 2 battles. 2 battles is like nothing.
Yep.
You can win 2 battles, even against a pro player when you're not that good. You know, you just take the counters, it can happen. Everything can happen really in this match.
Right, so we got Yeri versus Pedro again, and let's see how this plays out.
Yeri is playing, potentially, as you said, Electro Wizard first might be...
Might be a little bit of a misplay there, but we do not have an Inferno Dragon, so might not be too bad.
Alright, so Yeri is... What is he playing? A balloon... no. Is that a balloon deck? Is that a Hog Rider deck?
Maybe
Might
does
be Hog Rider.
does look like a little bit, but
that's a
Graveyard coming
Graveyard.
out. Yep, Graveyard coming out for Yeri, so...
Oh, and Pedro's going to try to defend with minions, but there will be an offensive poison here for Yeri, knowing that Pedro has the poison in his deck, so I think he's going to keep it for the Graveyard.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to be very aggressive here with the P.E.K.K.A.
I mean, Yeri just did use a lot of elixir there, so I think that Yeri,
Yeah,
might take a little bit of damage.
he's going to be able to stop the P.E.K.K.A. though with that Ice Golem, and
Mega Minion just
then the
doing
Mega
so
Minion.
much damage. Mega Minion just did so much damage to tanks. It's so hard to take it down as well. You can't one-shot it with Fireball. You need something to solidly actually take it down. Not getting
But
a
look
swing
at
on the tower.
this. Look at the elixir advantage here for Yeri. There is the Electro Wizard on the arena though, but still. Valkyrie perfectly done here. And I think there will be a counterattack here with the Graveyard. Even though Pedro is going to play the poison defensively. He's going to go with minions. And so Yeri is not going to play the Graveyard this time. Smart play, I think.
Got Bandit coming in the left-hand side now, trying to make his way over to the tower, but nice tombstone going down again. Royal Ghost getting
was going to
chips up
dash.
there. Whoa, ho, ho. That was a really nice zap there on top of the tombstone. I bet he was not expecting that.
And Pedro taking the lead once again. Is Yeri going to be able to come back with that Graveyard in the back?
Where's the
No poison.
No poison.
No
we do have
poison.
minions to clear it up though, so minions are doing quite a good job. And Mega Minion doesn't get anything done to the tower as well.
Alright, there's a Ghost on the left hand side plus a Miner. There is the Electro Wizard to defend and the Valkyrie to tank for everything.
Pedro looking really good in this game right now. There's only 300 HP in it, so anything can still happen again, but forcing down an Ice Golem for the minions to stop.
It's going to go aggressive here with a Graveyard. Will that be enough? There will be... Okay, the minions once again.
Yep, easy clear up from the minions. A little bit waste of a Graveyard there, I think, from Yeri.
It's kind of risky though, you know, if Pedro is never using this his poison in defense, when Yeri is going to make a big push on the left hand side, and he's going to use the minions that are going to be poisoned, then can cost him the game. Yep. So he needs to be careful.
So we have the Valkyrie coming in. I don't know. Is Yeri going to be able to take this?
He's going to go with this again, the minions, and this time there is a poison, yes indeed.
Poison.
And there is no elixir for Pedro. For the defensive poison is going to take a lot of damage on the tower.
Bandit still doing a good job of clearing everything up, forcing down the Electro Wizard as well.
He's going to go with another poison.
Yep.
With another Graveyard when he has it.
I think he's going to have it pretty soon. The cycle is really fast.
Yeah,
in Yeri's deck. There we go. Miner going in the left hand side now. Pedro trying to get as much damage as he possibly can, and we got the Bandit in defense. Valkyrie making its way over to the tower though, but Bandit catching it just in time. Pedro slightly ahead, but anything can happen if there's another big Graveyard push come up.
There is the Ice Golem tanking for everything again. The P.E.K.K.A. that was a bit aggressive, I believe. Maybe he's going to try to send the Miner. Oh, the Bandit. Will that be enough?
Forward,
4 elixir for Yeri.
Might see another zap on top of the skeletons again. We do the Bandit charging over to the Valkyrie.
Wow.
Taking it down
the
pretty fast.
Valkyrie tanking for everything, but there is the Miner chipping with the tower. And the poison. I think that's going to be it.
So it looks like Pedro has taken the game for Venezuela. So really well played for Pedro there. Dominating in the champions matchup.
Pedro, impressive. Like, he's been a beast. 4-0 in only this match.
Pedro's so solid. I've never seen such a player like him before.
He was already, before this match, he was at 13 victories, 5 defeats. Now he's at 17 victories, 5 defeats. That's incredible, especially when you see against who he's playing. It's incredible. He's so strong, and he just took the win for Venezuela. And so Spain is out of the competition and will not be in Tenerife. Venezuela will.
Venezuela will be, so they won 4-3. Again, really well played by Venezuela. I mean, Spain would look like they were taking it at the start, but Venezuela just pulling it off in the end.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, honestly, when I saw Soaking, I was like, Soaking is gonna take it, and then you know, Champions match, I thought he will be like closer, but Pedro is just dominating.
Yep. I think it was close, though. I mean, Soaking almost got that.
Yeah.
It was just that tower on the right-hand side that just took it for him. So.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, that's a shame really for Spain. They played very, very well, and well, 4-3, they're eliminated. That's cruel, but that's a game.
Right, so I think we're going to be looking at some of the matches coming up tomorrow. And let's look at some of the times coming up tomorrow. So
yes,
tomorrow we have Peru versus France.
France is going to make it to Tenerife, maybe. I'm sure they will. At 7 p.m. CEST.
Yep, we've also got El Salvador versus Italy. So that's at 9 o'clock CEST. And again, that's Sunday again. So one match after the other.
Right, and here we have a look at the bracket real quick. So you can see China won against Brazil. They're going to be in semi-final, and they're going to play against the winner between El Salvador and Italy. On the right-hand side, we've got Venezuela, who just got to the semi-final, and they will play against the winner, Peru versus France. In Tenerife, in person. Like, every player will be there in Tenerife. We will be there commenting in Tenerife. Everybody is going to be in Tenerife.
Everyone is, yep.
With an impressive show.
Tenerife
I cannot
wait
for it.
Amazing, definitely. We're going to see so many pro players. So again, if you want to grab your tickets, it's www.crnationscup.com. You can get your tickets on that website and find out all the times of all the matches, just in case you just missed it right now.
Yeah, so you've got the time for also the lineup. If you want to have a look at what did the team do before coming to Tenerife or even to the quarterfinals, we can have a look on the website. You've got everything, all the country that participated, all the performance, all the players, everything is on the website. You've got also the YouTube channel if you want to check out the replays in both in Spanish and English. You've got everything on the YouTube channel if you want to watch the replays. And then you've got also the Twitter.
Yep.
If you want to have all the information live, you know, during the game and everything, all the info on the Twitter are there. It's both in English at Sierra Nations Cup. You've got also the Spanish Twitter if you want to follow this for whatever reason. And you can also tweet at hashtag Sierra Nations playoffs if you want to tweet anything about the playoff, or even tweet you know, the setup, how you are looking at the stream and everything ready. You can tweet. We will have a look at the tweets. We'll like it, retweet it and everything.
Or even just let us know who are actually going to be the final two teams that are going to compete to win CR Nations.
Alright, anyway, thank you for watching today, guys. We will see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. CEST for the best match in the world, for the best team in the world, France, of course.
Right, guys, we will see you tomorrow. So thanks all for watching.